chair, grab a pint or two. We're talking real estate, it's Re-Brew. From Tampa's breweries to deals on the rise, Melvin and KJ will help you maximize. Re-Brew time, let's raise a glass to hops, homes, and making moves that last. With milestone title, we're here for you. Welcome to the show, it's Re-Brew.
All right, welcome to Re-Brew. I am KJ Workman with Milestone Title. I'm here with my partner in crime, Melvin Bermudez.
Hello.
And today we have two special guests with us. We have the team leaders for the Homesphere group powered by LPT. We have Miss Stephanie Quintana.
Hello.
Hi. And Miss Anna Meals.
Hello.
I'm going to let them kind of talk about who they are and what they're doing in Tampa and in Tampa real estate and how they got to where they are today and where they were before they decided to do this joint venture. And then the overall topic of today's episode is going to be being a mom and an entrepreneur, CEO, whatever version of that word you're going to call yourself. But it's hard when you're running a family. And oftentimes the default parent falls to the mothers in most cases. And how are we handling all of this? How are we handling all the schedules and the expectations and things like that? So we're going to talk a little bit about that and hopefully help some of those other mothers or parents out there who are struggling with the same kind of thing. So Stephanie, if you want to give us a go and tell us about yourself?
Yes. So my name is Stephanie Quintana. I'm with Homesphere Group. I'm one of the team leaders, and here with my beautiful partner, Anna. Previously, before being Homesphere Group, we were Homesphere Realty, and we owned the brokerage for 3 years. And I'll get into why we switched later. But overall, I've been in real estate for 9 years, and it's been fun being a mom and a businesswoman. And I'll let Anna introduce herself.
Yes. Hi, I'm Anna Meals. I have 3 beautiful boys as well. Well, you have the boy and the girl, but I have 3 boys. And it's definitely been a roller coaster, being in business and, taking care of the kids. But, I've been in real estate for 6 years. I been with Steph for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So
when she first started Homesphere Realty as a brokerage, or were you guys together before that?
We were. So we were with another brokerage, a larger brokerage, and I started as a team. So it was the Quintana home team, and I was just so busy. Like, I had so much business, and so
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so I know, right? What a horrible problem to have. So I started bringing on my friends, and so me and Anna, we've been friends since we were like 10 years old.
Are you serious?
I love that.
Yeah, we've been friends since we were kids. and
Okay,
we were-
now this makes a little bit more sense. We were
Yeah.
talking about how they showed up matching today, which is normally a Melvin and me thing, but they showed up matching and they just kind of share a brain. Now this makes more sense. You've known each other for a long time.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she had gotten her real estate license, but she was with another brokerage, and I didn't really see that she was active. So I'm like, oh, well, hey, do you want to come join my team? Like, I have business, and I can help you, and we can help each other. And she's like, sure. So we were there for just maybe 6 months or a year. And then I'm like, you know what? This doesn't even make sense. I need to open up a brokerage. So I just got my license and opened up Homesphere Realty, and then it was us 2 with 2 other agents, and then from there we just grew.
Yeah, you guys had a 20 or something at the height of it all.
We had 19 agents at one point.
19.
Yeah.
I remember I came to do one of their photo shoots with them. I was bringing them like champagne and some snacks and stuff. And I'm like, how many people are in this group? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they're all so beautiful is the other thing about it. I was just like, I don't even know where to look.
Oh,
Like everybody's so pink.
So kind.
you blended right in with us.
Oh yeah, totally. But I wanted to back up a little bit because you weren't always in real estate, 9 years, but you actually have a very interesting backstory, and I haven't heard yours yet, so I want to know what's going on back there. But you were an engineer, right?
Yeah, I was in engineering. So I worked for Tampa Electric People's Gas, and I was in the engineering department helping them run the gas lines to new construction. So it's like, and even before that, I was working for Tampa Housing. So I was in the housing department.
Right.
So ever since I was like out of high school, I was in housing.
Yeah.
Some way.
You know,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
way
yeah.
somehow connected to like real estate. And then my parents were flippers before like flipping was a thing.
I grew up in
Which
that,
I don't know if I think I told you this before, but I don't think I've told Melvin. So when my parents don't speak English.
I've met your mom. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. You met my mom. My mom is an agent with us. And so they started flipping when I was like 16 years old. And so I was 17 years old, and my mom comes to me and she's like, hey, this tenant hasn't paid. I don't know what to do. And so I'm on the computer and I'm like looking on Google, like, you know, trying to find like, what do we do? Like, what's the process?
What are my rights?
Before AI.
Literally before AI. And I'm like, okay, so we have to write a notice. And so here I am, 17 years old, and I'm writing up notices for my parents
Oh my gosh.
as a child because I had to help them, you know, to get these tenants to pay or
Wow.
get them evicted.
Oh my
So it's like
goodness.
ever since I was a kid, I'm over here, you know, just like, yeah, we'll figure it out, Mom. Don't worry. I'll go on Google and figure it out.
She
That's
still
so
does that, by
funny.
the way, for her parents.
I still
Yeah,
do.
figures it
listen,
out.
same. Like that's so funny you say that because I grew up in it as well, and my parents are both realtors, and we did flipping, and it was interesting growing up because I mean now it all makes sense. It's so cool, like the things that I've learned with building those houses and flipping them. I mean, I was in like crawling through crawl spaces and just random stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like I spent a lot of my childhood, you know, without a lot of friends and stuff because we were rehabbing houses. Like I was doing homework in empty rooms and like, you know, playing in empty swimming pools and like just random stuff because we'd spend so much time in these homes rehabbing them and flipping them. And it's so funny. Like when I got my first car, that was an agreement that we had. Like in order to get gas money and stuff, I had to basically run to all of his tenants to collect rent and stuff. So like that was my job in high school after school. You know, I would take my car and I would Riverview. I mean, I drove all over Tampa. Got to know it very well, just picking up rent for my parents. So that's crazy. Yeah. It's in the moment you're like, what the hell? I don't want to do this.
right.
But then like as you get older, you look back, you're like, well, I'm glad I learned those things because you meet some people and you're just like, damn, your parents didn't teach you that? Like, you don't know that's basic knowledge. What do you mean you don't know it? You know, but then again, like we say it all the time, that's where our bread and butter comes in. It's those moments where you think people know the basic information and they don't, and that's why they hire you. They're like, listen, I don't. I could do brain surgery. I could take your brain apart, put it back in. Couldn't tell you the first thing about buying my first home. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So those
Like,
things
go
we
ahead.
learn
You
are
stay in your lane and work on brains.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love to buy a house. Let's not expand that.
I could never. Could you imagine? Like,
No.
you go out to a concert or something one night, and the next morning you're like operating on someone. Like,
No.
that's what you have to look. No.
No.
I think there should be a rule that if you work on brains, you can't have any fun. Like you just have to.
True.
You know,
Right.
I think about that all the time.
Me
like, even
too.
doctors, like, you know, like, I mean, I've had times where I've gone to the ER in the middle of the night and then, like, the doctor, like, just got in and he don't know.
He don't look right.
Nope.
He's shaking a little bit.
Right.
Yep.
His eyes are red. I'm like,
Yeah, my man was just line dancing 20 minutes ago.
can the nurses take over for you? Because I don't trust you.
I don't know if I trust the nurses half the time. They look like they took too many smoke breaks in the car.
Oh my God.
They're hotboxing. Come back in, you're like, what the hell? What's that smell? Medication. Sure.
It's medication.
Sure.
So Anna, what were you doing before?
So I actually worked for a traffic diversion program with the state attorney's office.
A what?
Traffic diversion program. Yes. So
That feels like it's from the future.
What does that mean? What is a traffic diversion?
Define traffic diversion.
Define the traffic diversion program.
So pretty much what we did, it was like an alternative program for people that broke the law, and they obtained because of it.
That is not what I thought was.
No, I was
I was
like,
waiting for you to be in an orange shirt with like directing traffic directions.
like with the Bob barricades. I'm like, you and Bob putting up barricades, diversion.
No. This
So it
was
was-
office where
Whoa.
like I ran the whole program. Yes.
So wait, people who
That's deep.
So
We're-
people, so like if they had traffic criminal charges, and then they would not like DUIs or anything like that, but
like aggressive driving or
mainly
I don't
like
even know what are
suspended license, things like that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So instead of getting the charge and paying, whatever fine it was, they would go through our program, pay a smaller fine, complete the program, and the charges would be pretty much dropped.
all right. Okay, so I got a ticket
Ticket
for guess what? Just guess what I got a ticket for.
You're speeding.
No.
Parking.
I'm a
somewhere
grandma
wrong.
driver.
You probably parked somewhere wrong.
No. For being on my phone while I was driving.
No.
Okay.
You
Me?
Yeah.
In Georgia. So apparently.
don't go to her Instagram.
Don't. Yeah. Don't. I'm going to
Never
deny
on her
it.
phone for insurance purposes. Never on her
It's a
phone.
disclaimer. I'm never on my phone. I don't even touch
Never.
my phone in the car.
Never.
So
That's AI.
I was driving
in
a
the
rental.
backseat.
Yeah, I throw it back there. As soon as I get in, I'm like, nope, not again. So I'm in a rental car, which has no tinting, right? Because normally my car is somewhat tinted, and you can kind of, yeah. So I'm driving in Georgia, which by the way has the worst cops.
Yo, Georgia's strict.
They're so strict. There's so many cops on the highways. I'm
Insane. As soon as you cross the border from Florida, they're just waiting.
They're just like, oh, you
it's
Florida
bad.
drivers. And it was right over the border. So I'm driving in the second lane from the far, and car comes up. I'm not even paying attention. I'm literally looking for directions because I don't know how to put my thing on
Print out your MapQuest.
I didn't print out my MapQuest that day. So I was trying to get it to connect to the thing, right? So I could see it on my screen, but it wasn't working, wasn't listening to me. So I was like, well, whatever, like what exit do I need to get off on? I'm looking at my thing, and this car comes up and then slows down and then comes behind me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I can get out of this. This is fine. I have one of those like back the blue stickers on my car. No, I don't. I'm in a rental. Oh, fuck. So then I'm like, all right, I'm going to just be nice. Well, I can't be nice when there's two of them because one of them was training. So the other guy was like, this is how you do it. You give
Of
these
course.
people tickets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
They had to follow the whole protocol.
but I could have gone to one of these things and not gotten points on my driver's
Correct.
license.
You don't get the points. And,
Right.
Right. So now I
Wait,
did
you
not
got
do that.
points for
One
being on your
point
phone?
for being on my phone. A $50 fine.
Georgia don't play.
We're not going to Georgia.
Georgia.
Don't go. Don't go.
going.
Go in the back roads or like get a really tinted car. Like
I've only
Or
got
just
one
have
ticket.
CarPlay and it'll show everything on your
Yeah.
screen.
True.
it's not connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of were running this whole program.
Yes, so I ran the program, and then I was pregnant. Actually, I was with them for 5 years, and then I was pregnant with my youngest child. He's 6 years old now, and I went on maternity leave, and I was laid off, and I was like, okay,
What do I do?
Yeah, I'm like, what am I gonna do?
That's scary.
Yeah, like you expect to go back to work after you have the baby. I've been working since I was 14 years old. So like that was like a big change. Like, what am I going to do at home with this kid?
right.
I want to be here.
Like, okay, like I
Etsy
already,
shop.
Yeah. Like I already had it set up in my brain. Like, okay, 3 months is what I'm gonna, enjoy,
Right.
and that's what I did with my previous 2 other kids also. So I was like, okay, I'll get back. No, I don't have anything to do now. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Now my husband then had always told me he was in real estate many years ago, and then the crash happened.
Yep.
He lost everything, and went a long story. It was a mess. So he just kind of didn't get back into it. But he always told me to do it. But I'm like, no, I'm comfortable. You get comfortable in these
Right.
positions.
Yep.
I'm like, I run the thing. Like, I'm good. And he's like, yeah, but you would have so much flexibility. Well, anyways, this and that, and the money, and da. So now I'm sitting there. I come home to and tell him, and he's like, oh, great. And I was like,
Great. Did you hear what I said?
he's like, well, I've been telling you to get your real estate license for all these years. It's a perfect time now. Go get it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I did my maternity leave, and then I'm like, because I was still like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I need to go do that because what else?
Right.
Who else am I going to talk to? Like, I
Right.
can't talk to this baby.
I can't talk. This baby doesn't get me.
I know, and he was a lot actually for me. Like he was born, his stomach, I don't know what it's called, but like the mouth of his stomach wasn't fully developed, so everything he ate, he would throw up. He was super hot.
you.
Yeah, he was hypoallergenic, like extreme eczema. Like it was a lot. So being like, okay, now I don't have a job or work, and now I have to stay home with this kid that like throw stuff. Like, it was a lot. Like, my other 2 kids were so easy. Like, I was like,
Right.
oh, like nothing, even still to this day. But we went through a lot. So I couldn't let anybody hold him. I couldn't let, he only wanted me. He wouldn't eat anything but, breastfed. So it was a lot. It was a lot. I ended up just like, no, I'm going to do this because I need to do something.
Right.
And then, so I got my license. And then I didn't really like do much with it because I think that's when COVID first started. And my kids ended up being at home with me.
Oh, right.
So I had a kindergartner, and then I had a 3rd grader at the time, and then the baby. So, and then they had the live, school,
Yeah.
like where they have to
Like
be
the
online
Zooms and
or
all
whatever,
that?
like
Yep,
Zoom. Yeah. So
yep.
I'm making sure that the kindergarten like tries to figure out the computer stuff, and then my 3rd grader, like 3rd grade is like a big deal because it's like when they transition from you're just gonna get E's and S's or whatever. Now you're going to actually do real work.
where we're at, yep.
So it was like that. And then the baby, so it was just like a lot. And then everything that I had, to go through with my baby, like that was very stressful. We had to change everything in our household. Like we could not have anything with scent. Like I couldn't wear any lotions, my perfumes that I love so much. I could not. Everything was hypoallergenic. Our soap, everything. Long story short, the time passed. Steph reached out. You had actually told me I was pregnant still. And you're like, just get your real estate license and come work with me. And I was, again, still at my job. So I was like, But then,
Right.
that all happened. And she reached back out to me and I was like, let's meet. So she comes over to my house. As soon as she steps in, we sit down and I start bawling.
She's crying. Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to do this so bad, but I have this baby and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. And she's just venting and I'm just like letting her vent and letting her vent. And I'm like, we'll figure it out. And she's like, I don't know. Should I do this? Like, how are we going to take care of this baby? And I'm like, we'll rotate it. Yeah. We'll rotate the baby. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out.
I won't wear lotion, and I'll hold it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a very emotional day for me because I was holding all that in.
Yeah.
Again, like this baby was like my most stressful time. I always worry like, how do people, with like postpartum depression, like how do they feel, whatever? Like I felt it.
Right.
Right. I was like, wow, like it makes me want to tear up now because it was like, wow, like this is what they talk about, And so long story short, here we are.
I love it. You got through it.
I got through it. And what I did was like, we brought him along. I'll bring him to the office or I do have my mom and family, if it was really needed, or I would just bring him with me in the car, go do a showing and figure it out.
You just figure it out.
You figure it out. And I think, there's a lot of power to in having the support group, having someone that was there for you that understood all right, I understand you need to do this, but I also understand you have responsibilities, but we're going to work through it together, right?
Yes.
I think a lot of people don't have that in any industry, especially if you live in corporate America. They don't, you're like a number, you're just a person in a seat, taking a phone call. And those people really struggle because they don't have the support group.
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot too. It's, with one of our big things for this year for us was setting proper expectations, and that's not only with each other, but with the office, with our clients, with everyone. And for some of us, I'm a parent. I will do my best on your deal. I'm gonna take care of this, but I may have to show up with the kid every now and then. I may have to cancel an appointment here and there because they get sick. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people screw up. I'll use that word. I don't know what other word to put there, but they screw up and they don't set those expectations. They don't allow people in. And me, I'm the big social media guy, and I'm huge on that. I'm like, let people into your life. Like, let them know you have kids. Let them know you're a mother. Let them know you're a single mom. They need to know these things because when those moments do come, it's easier understood when they get you.
Correct.
And a lot of people aren't allowing themselves to be understood. They're just trying to put on this facade of number one realtor in the world. I never vacation. I don't have a personal life. I live for you. I work for you.
You're
and
my
it's
only client ever.
I don't want to work with you. You don't sound real. Like, you know, everybody jokes about AI replacing people. I'm like, that sounds like an AI.
Yeah.
If that's who I'm working with, I could just do it all online, you know, and call it good.
Right.
But I think it's huge to set those expectations. Like, I'm going to be here with my kid now, you know, we'll get through it. It'll be all right. And even with your broker, it's just like, hey, it's okay. Like, I'll be at the meeting. But my kid's sick from school, so I got to bring them with me. They're going to be in the car, whatever. They're going to be sitting in the conference room, you know.
I mean, how many times have we done that? We've had to bring a kid or two to. I mean, one of the
or
first times
two. Just pick one.
which of my 6 would you like to bring?
Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, you're coming with me today. But like one of the times we had lunch together, your daughter was with us. I think she was either out of school that day or
It was summer.
It was summer
Yeah.
because like your son wasn't with
Which
us.
is coming, so
Yeah.
that'll be setting proper
Yeah,
expectations.
Yeah. She'll
Right.
be with me. Yeah.
Summer's
Now it's
coming.
Both of them.
But see,
Yeah.
The other
As-
one actually goes to school now.
yeah, thank God.
There's no daycare.
We put our kids in a lot of summer camps, which you know, like we only get 18 summers with our kids, and I would say maybe less.
Probably, yeah.
Because like one of my kids is super into football, so like this summer he's going into high school football, and that is all consuming.
Oh,
So like we
yeah.
really don't get a summer with him, and he's only 14. So
Right.
again, but one of the you brought your daughter, and like I liked you more because of that.
Right.
Like, do you know what that means? Like, if you had been like, I wanted to come eat with you, but I had to bring my daughter somewhere else, I'd be like, no, like, but bring her.
Bring her.
Like,
Right.
I want to meet her and get to know. Like, I want to see you interact with your kids. Like, that makes me feel like I get to know you better. And I think a lot of women feel self-conscious about that. They feel like they can't.
It's like getting to know the real you, you know?
Right,
And I
right.
feel like that's what people need these days. Like all of us, even like looking at it in a client perspective, like people just want real. Like
Correct.
they
They
don't
do.
want,
Yep.
you know, and things happen. And I feel like showing up with your kid, it's better than you being like, oh, I'm sorry, no, I can't do this because my kid.
Right,
You know,
right.
I mean, there are scenarios that you do need to, you know, obviously you're not going to bring a sick kid, but
Oh, right.
Correct. right.
yeah, like showing up and just being who you actually are.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
your kids see you too.
And going back to like what Melvin said about like showing your life on social media. So like, you know, I'm huge on social media too, like always posting things, and like a lot of my clients follow me on social media. So you're seeing my kids. So if I am showing up with my kid, or if I'm not picking up the phone on Monday at 10:30 because I'm probably
Right.
putting my kids to sleep, or I'm sleeping because we have to wake up early for school, you know, that kind of it sets the boundaries. But
does.
I have learned, and I had to learn this the hard way, that you have to set those boundaries from the beginning and let
100%.
your clients
On the
know.
notes for today.
Yeah.
Boundaries, and I think that goes along with expectations. But also putting that part of your life on social media allows you to do that in a friendly way, because you're kind of like, yeah, everyone knows you have kids, right?
Very non-evasive, yeah.
Exactly.
It's very just, this is me.
Non-confrontational.
Yeah.
It's a
You're saying it without
non-confrontational boundary.
saying it. You know what I mean? Like you're saying it without saying it. It's just,
Yes, correct.
you know, you see me getting ready, and it happens to us a lot too. You know, I just have one, you know, but his elementary school, like Pasco's wild. They start at 9:50 in the morning. Like I get it because they did
I'm
this.
excited for it.
Listen, I'm excited because next year he's at a charter school and they start at like 7:30, which I'm totally here for.
Good.
Well, because he drops them off, and so it like makes his day
It
start.
just it draws everything out, you know. But like, just being able to set those expectations. Like I get phone calls sometimes lately, more often than not, like before even 9 a.m., 7 a.m., and I'm like, not gonna answer. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to feed the kid. I'm trying to get up, trying to help my husband get things ready. Like he's got meetings. He starts at 7:30 in the morning doing Zooms. He works from home. It's like, I'll get back to you, and I just tell them, you know, hey, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm rushing through the morning. I'll get with you as soon as I drop them off from school. And they do. As soon as I drop them off, I close the door, get on the phone, start making my phone calls back. You know, and no one's ever batted an eye because I explain it to them. And then after a couple times, they realize, okay, call him after 10, you know, because then he'll be caught up. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm not awake and I'm not alert. It's just I have things
Correct.
to do
Yeah.
that man
before
don't
my
wake
day
up till
starts.
10 o'clock. Oh my god.
And I think what
wish.
you mentioned though of like letting them know
Yeah.
it's what the right thing is. You know, I feel like a lot of people just ghost and like not say anything.
Yeah.
So then you start
Or they
wondering.
lie.
Or they lie.
Oh,
And
so
it's
sorry, I
like,
was in a meeting.
No. Just,
No, you weren't. You were feeding your kid.
Yeah,
Like, just
just
say
say-
you're feeding your kid. Like, hey, I don't have time to talk right now. I'm trying to get my kids
get
spun
to
up.
school, but as soon as I get,
Yeah.
you know, I'll call you right back. Yeah.
So
Well, you
much
can set it
power.
up in your phone. I do this. I actually did it a lot when I was an agent, and I was a single parent during this time I had it. But my kid, I still gave him baths every night. He was still that age. Right now he's not. But I actually had it in my phone, like one of those automatic responses when someone calls and you're like, oh, text, and you can set those up.
Yeah,
I actually had it in there. I'm like, hey, it's bedtime routine right now in the house. Like, I'll call you back. If I don't call you back today, I'll call you back tomorrow.
In the morning.
But it was an automatic thing. And like, every night, I'm giving my kid a bath at the same time. We have a very strict routine. So if it was between 7 and 10, which, I mean, why are you calling me at 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. anyway? But, or a.m. I'm just kidding. You can call me before 10 a.m. But
You're awake.
I am awake. I'm awake at freaking 5 o'clock in the morning. I just don't get out of the bed until like 7. But anyway, so we have a couple of things. You guys have a team together. You guys have 11 agents on the team, and then you two. So is it 13 total, or is it 11 total?
11
total.
With you guys.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And you guys work kind of all over the area. You were literally a Homesphere, as we were saying earlier. From like the Brooksville Spring Hill area down to Bradenton. So if you're a local person listening, you'll know where that is. And then from the West Coast to Lakeland, yeah?
I actually have a listing coming up in Apollo Beach, so we
Nice.
can go that far.
Yeah, Apollo
Nice.
Beach. That's in our neck of the woods. So we have an office down in Riverview now, which will be close for that one. So that'll be good for you to go there. So you're all over the place. You've got the kids. You've got dinners, you've got lunch meetings, you've got your agents that you're taking care of. Are there any types of like scheduling things that you guys, we always have these on the calendar, or we use this to make sure that everyone knows where everybody is, or like what are your little tips and tricks that you guys are doing to make sure everyone knows what they're doing?
Well, we definitely use our calendar. So
Gotta use that.
that works for me, that works for her, but doesn't work for everybody. There's one specific agent that we have that uses an agenda, and I'm like, okay,
Like a paper?
Yeah, like a paper, like she writes.
He had to break me out of that habit.
Yeah.
About a year ago.
And it's just like, for me, I tend to lose papers,
And that's why he was
Things
like,
happen,
I don't even buy paper books. I got a Kindle because I will spill it. I will drop it
Or
in the
like
borrow this
pool.
paper from someone else.
purses. You switch in bags, and like I have a backpack, and then I
Right.
have my purse, and then you didn't bring the agenda, so now it's like you can't pencil that in. So that works for her, and that's perfectly fine. But for us, it's like even if we're like eating lunch and we're talking about how we're gonna do this thing, and she's like, pull up your phone. We got to
Add it to the calendar.
Yeah,
Do it right
'cause
now.
If not,
Add it to the calendar.
if not, it's not
not
happening. It's not. It's just not. And it's because we live in this fast-paced world now, right? We're just doing a gazillion things and talking to so many people. And oh yeah, can you meet me tomorrow at this time?
Sure.
So it's like,
Then you're like, oh shit. Just
Right.
kidding.
yeah.
it's always, let me look at my calendar, right? Even if you think the next day is open because you're like, I don't remember putting anything on
Right.
there. Let me look, right? And so that's a thing. And then one of the things, like for people that have ADHD, like most of my kids do, and they got it from me, so sorry. But we say, don't put it down, put it away. Kind of the same thing for your calendar.
Yeah.
Like, don't say you're going to do it and not put it on the calendar. Put it on the
Do it.
calendar right when you say you're going to do it.
Yeah.
I even put it if it's not even if it's just a thought. I'm like block.
Yeah.
And then I'll put in my notes like potential blah blah blah, and I block the whole day just in case the time changes. I'm like just in case.
Yeah.
We've gotten better with that. We used to like put shit on the calendar, and then like not put enough notes, and we'd be like, so what were we doing?
What are we doing
It says
today?
we're doing something. What are we doing? Well, I don't know. And then we have to look through text messages. Like so, we've gotten way better at like putting more in there.
Yes.
Calendars are huge, and I think me being the techie nerd, there's so many cool ways that you can integrate calendars too. There's these companies that sell those big screens that are calendars, the Sky, whatever, or blah blah blah. But I built one for like $50 using an extra screen that we had at home. It's called a DAC board, and it's like $7 for the year for the subscription. And literally, we have a 32-inch monitor that's mounted in our kitchen now. That just has the live updated calendar events for the whole family and for my work. So we wake up in the kitchen in the morning, he can see, okay, so you're not going to be able to pick him up from school today. And like, even when I get too busy now, we have that set up to where he can see what I'm doing and then adjust without me saying anything in case I forget or get wrapped up. So calendar is a huge part of my day.
They are.
Huge.
Same. I really don't do anything unless it's in my like everything. Like even if it's like, oh, come have coffee. Okay, coffee with so and so.
Correct.
Or like a 10-minute call. Like I need a 10-minute call with this
Yeah.
person. Like I have to schedule. I will forget.
Yeah. So and so tells me, oh, call me back at 6 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna call you back at 6 p.m. Like,
Yeah.
We'll forget.
And it's okay to like, it's okay to be honest. Like, listen, I'm going to forget. We're busy. We're moving 100 mile an hour. That's another thing. A lot of people I see too often, they play this fake game. It's like, oh no, and I never forget anything. Like, no, I forget all the things.
I forget everything.
So, like, if it's not written down, I'm going to forget it. It's not because, not because I didn't connect with you or whatever, but I'm going to forget.
It's not important, but like.
That's why, you guys know I showed you how this thing works, this little necklace thing. And, that helps me with my meetings because it's not like I'm going to forget what we talked about, but we talk about so much that I'd love a way to reference it again when we meet again. So I could be like, oh, okay, I did forget to go over that piece, or like I forgot to follow up on that one piece there or whatever. There's no problem with that. A lot of people think they just want to hide all that and pretend they're just so perfect.
Again, we come
People
back
aren't
to
looking
just
for
being
perfection.
real.
Yeah, they're looking
Be
for
authentic.
real. They're not looking for perfection.
Yep.
There's no such thing.
Correct.
There's no
Yes.
such thing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So we're talking a little bit about boundaries. Are there any like specific hard boundaries that you guys have that you guys use for work-life balance? Like if you're at work, are you like, I'm at work, don't mess with me? Or is that not a hard boundary for you guys? How does that work?
Well, as far as my schedule, like after 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., I always have it blocked off. So unless it's like a listing appointment that I have to put in, but like if it's a meeting, if it's something that I don't find to be like super important, that time is always blocked off because I make it a point to pick up my kids every single day from school.
Love that.
So that's like a, unless.
Non-negotiable.
Yes,
Yep.
non-negotiable, unless it's like a super important meeting or super important listing that I have
Right.
to go to, then I'll put that in there. But otherwise, there's like, that's blocked off for that specific reason. And so I tried putting my kids in after school care because it's wonderful, to have that.
Yeah,
And
a little break, yeah.
Yeah, so my son has special needs, and so he has ADHD and autism, and he just didn't do well. And so we've already
Yeah.
tried 2 different places, and so I'm like, whatever, I got to make it work.
Right.
So,
Right.
we make it work. And, there's been times where I've had, because we have a lot of doctor's appointments because of his, his medicine and all that. And that's the great thing about having a partner is that, hey,
Yep.
I can't make it to this appointment, whatever the reason is, can you do it for me? And she's done it a mazillion times, which I thank her so much for it. And vice versa, if she needs me for whatever reason,
Right.
we're here. And that's kind of been like the foundation of our team. Like, we're here. We're here to help you. If I'm not present and I cannot assist you because you're a brand new agent and you need help with a contract, with a client or whatever,
Right.
Anna's available. And so Anna's kids are older than my kids. And so she's able to, have more free time.
Right.
As far as like getting back to people quicker, depending on the hour of the day. So like I'm more available in the morning. She's more available sometimes in the afternoon. And so we're on different schedules where she, her kids going
Helpful.
to school later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it totally works out for us as far as like the scheduling. But I mean, we obviously try to be as flexible as we can with, all of our clients. But
Yeah.
I always let my clients know, like, hey, listen, every Saturday before 1 p.m., like I'm at softball. Like if you want me to host an open house, I will, and I'll do it
Right.
Saturday and Sunday. But it's going to be 2 to 4, and then Sunday you pick the time. I'll be there.
You
with
have to make time for the family, or else this industry will just
Yes.
take you out.
Gobble
You know,
you
I
up.
grew up in the world where, the real estate industry just, took over my. We didn't do anything. We did a lot of vacations, but they weren't like vacations. They were always working. Like it was always work. Those moments. There were never those moments where we just hung out or did anything. If we did, it was like watching Survivor or something, at home. But even that was always a phone call, interruption. And I think with families, there's so many agents out there, and I think this is going to be huge for them to listen to, because there's so many out there that are they're drilled into them that they have to like sacrifice everything for a while until you get, like you've heard those speeches where they're just like,
Give
you're going to have to
110.
give everything up for for your future goals, and you're going to have to go through this and go through that and cut these people off and do
No,
all
thank
this.
you.
And it's like,
Yeah. I don't want
no.
it. If that's the case, I don't
thank
want
you.
it.
Like I could still do this
Yeah.
with my family.
Yeah.
I can still set boundaries, still hang out with my family. How about vacations? You're allowed to take a vacation as a real estate agent, and yes, you're allowed to post about it as well.
Yeah.
People they go down this weird rabbit hole, and they can't see. They're going to think that I'm not busy. They're going to think that I'm not working. Because you shouldn't be all the time. Like, you should have a life. You should take a break.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to burn your family out, your relationships out. I mean, And not only personal relationships, your friends, everything kind of just snowball effects.
Yeah, you don't want your kids to go back and be like, oh, well, mom was never present. And that's
Right.
the thing. I am a little bit more flexible. I don't actually like block anything off to like, but like if I'm picking up my kid, hey, I'm
But you'll say
picking up
no.
my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I will call you back. Let me get them settled. This is my crazy time. Let me get them settled. But I will
Right.
get with you as soon as. Vacation, same thing. Like if they're sleeping, actually we went to Hawaii last year, and with the time change, I was up at 4:30 in the morning over there Hawaii time because they needed me here. The agents, the deals, the this.
Yeah.
And I would take that time. I'm like, everybody's sleeping. No, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'll take a nap by the beach later.
Right. Make it
But I
work.
was getting it done. But then once my kids were up or whatever, and someone reached out, hey, I'm making breakfast for my kids. We're out here. We
Boom.
have this activity today. It's going to take me all day, but I will get with you once I get back. I
Right.
think it all comes down to communication.
100%.
Like that's
Setting expectations,
100
communication. Yep.
And I guess that's my boundaries. Like just letting the client know, letting the agent know, whoever, even in your personal life, whatever
Yeah.
it is, it's like, hey, just letting you know, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
I will get with you by this day.
And knowing you have a team member or team members
Yeah.
to fall back on. Hey, if I'm not available and it's an emergency, reach out to
Yes.
Stephanie. She'll take care of it. I'm about to do the same thing. I'm leaving for a week for our anniversary on a cruise. And will I have internet? Yeah. Can I text you? Sure.
Yes.
But my emails and all my follow-ups are going to be very specific. Like, hey, if you need something immediately, reach out to these people. Reach out to this person, whatever it may be. And she does the same thing. So you can take that breather and it's still taken care of.
Same.
And there's no problem with that, But if you're on this team of one solo island, I'm going to do it all by myself. I don't know, man. You're only going to get so far.
Yeah.
I know. And
You're only
that's
gonna
where
get so
our
far.
focus is and why we're so excited about, now being with LPT because we want to bring that and provide
Yeah.
that to the agents. Like, we're here for you. Like, we're
Right.
here to help you grow, close deals, whatever it is that
Yeah.
you need. Like, we're here.
And the company
for
can
that.
only provide so much, right? It comes with the people.
Yep.
You could work for the best company in the world. If the people are meh, then
Right.
where are you going to get?
Right.
And I think that's those two combined, having a powerful company and then having a powerful team.
Right.
Huge, where everybody gets along and they're not at each other's throats.
Yes.
KJ knows when I talk about it, like I grew up, the way my dad and mom talked about real estate, it was like everybody was out to kill everybody. Everybody's the competitor. Don't share any tips with them because they're going to all beat you out. They're going to run. And he's still like that. I'm like, that's why you're not doing nothing,
Yeah.
Like they're very like, I don't know. The best way to put it is, they'd hire housekeepers and stuff. And every time they stole something, nothing ever was stolen, but they stole something. Oh, my ring's missing. And he would find it months later, but it was always somebody else's paranoia. Like everyone's out to get you. And it's you got to get out of that mentality. We're not in that world. And if people are doing that, they're not your people.
No.
Find other people
Yeah.
because those people do exist. I've been part of those brokerages. I've seen those people. But find your flavor and find your people. And you may have to jump around a little bit till you figure it out. But figure it out. Take the time to figure it out and don't just settle. And gosh, you can go so much further with a team. I mean, that's
Yes.
the whole concept here with us.
Yes.
She was doing a lot solo, but without a team to help, you can only go so far until
far.
you hit your own mental roadblock. You're like, I can't do this anymore. Even if it's something as simple as just helping with events, like trying to plan them and go to them and host them and do this and buy the food and pick up the food. Like it's even something that simple. You need help. You need support.
Humans are taught right now. You're independent and you don't need a man, a woman. Oh, I was like, hey, high five.
5-minute warning.
Like they preach this independence, right? And it's like you can do it all. You can do it. You're just focused, put your head down. You don't need this person. You don't need that distraction. And there are some things that are true about that. You do need to eliminate some of the distractions once you identify that it is a true distraction. But humans are meant to be collaborative.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if depending on which way you want to decide where we came from, like villages, caves, whatever they are, they were everybody. It wasn't someone off living by themselves. And so don't treat your life that way. Like you guys are very collaborative. We talked about it earlier before we went on air, saying that you guys are like super synced with
Yeah.
each other, which it's hard to find a partner like that. And when you find it, it's like, let's build something.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we have this magic that is rare. Let's build something. And then now you're like two people who can help the rest of the agents on the team instead of only one person's point of view or one person's expertise.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's super important to like know who that partner is going to be too,
Yeah.
because personalities matter. And so like in our dynamic here, I'm always I'm available. I'll figure it out for you. Like, let's do this. Like, and she's more, okay, we're going to set an appointment and then we're going to sit down and then we're going to go. And I'm like,
Relatable.
no, all right, get on Zoom right now, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just, it works because we balance each other out.
Heck
and
yeah.
I'm too nice sometimes. And she's like, no, we're going to have a talk with this person or this
Girl,
client.
you need that. Like,
Yes.
you need that person
And
that, like, brings you back to, like, okay, listen, that's a great idea, but logistically, no, ma'am.
All the time. Like, we don't have the budget for that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just make it.
Right? We'll figure it out. No.
Yeah, no.
And it works. And I feel like you need that. You kind
do.
of need that partner that's like not like you.
Yeah.
Like you, but not like you in
Right.
so
Right.
many different ways because
Like complementary.
yes,
Right.
complement
Fit.
each other. Yes, for sure. Because, you know, even like I'm more scattered brain at times. My
Right,
ADHD
right.
kicks in more, but she's so planned on writing everything down and making
Love
sure
it.
everything is, you know, in the agenda and that everything's flowing as it should. You plan events way better than I do. No, my
She's a
events don't
planner.
come out. Yeah,
Right.
They don't come out as good.
Love that.
But yeah, collaboration is everything.
Heck
I feel
yeah.
like it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You can do so many things alone, but
Mm-hmm.
you're only going to get so far.
Oh my God, help each other grow together. That's our big thing.
There's
We
enough
love
for
grow
everybody.
together. There really is.
Yes.
And people can vibe with everyone differently. They can vibe with you differently than you, than me, than KJ. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just grow.
Nobody
together.
vibe with you like I do. Please.
True. True.
But I was going to say something. I was listening to another podcast. It's a woman who runs a workshop talking about get your time back, which is funny because our panel last
Yep. Using AI to get your time back.
was using AI to get your time back, more in like do things quicker, right? By using AI instead of doing things the long way, you can just save time. But one of the things she was talking about was kind of having a routine. Some people say you got to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful, right? You got to wake up at 5 a.m. You got to have this morning routine. You got to journal. You got to meditate. You got to have a healthy breakfast, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Lord.
Would love to.
That's a
Would
process.
would love to. Where do I sign up for that?
World.
Right. So are there things in the morning or in the night? Because one of the things she mentioned was sometimes it feels like your day is never ending because there is no end to the day, and then there's no restart to the next day. So then you just
Relatable.
feel like it's muddling together and you're not really staying in your clarity. So are there things that you guys are doing, and I know he gave us the high five warning, but that you guys find as a routine that shuts your day down and starts your day back up?
So for me, I do. I am a very routine person. Again, like I just like to have, I don't know, just to know. But I'm not like super like this is what I'm doing. You know, I do like to get up. I do my devotional, take the kids to school, work out, and then from there it's like whatever I need to get done for the day, however I get it done. But getting it done.
So do you make like a list in the morning, kind of like this is what my day looks like, or do you just go with the flow based on your calendar, or do you have a
I
time?
go with the flow based on my calendar, and then. But I know like okay, this time I have to pick up my kids, so whatever I gotta do, it needs to be within that time frame. And
right.
I honestly, if it's like toughest to easiest, type of thing, I start with the easiest things that I need to get done, and then go.
Interesting. So
Start with the toughest
easiest
and
as in like time requirement? Easiest
Yeah, like
or like
time
mental?
requirement. If it's like, just depending on what it is. If it's something like quicker to get done, or something that's going to take me more time. So things like that, just so I feel more accomplished. Like if I start okay, this is only going to take me 5 minutes. All right, let me just do that.
Right.
Oh, this is 10 minutes. Okay, this is going to take me 2 hours. All right, so now let me get all that done, and now I feel accomplished. And then okay, now
Me
let's hit
too.
this.
Are you guys
I love
make
knocking
your bed
things
in the
off.
morning kind of people?
I am.
I am too.
I feel like if my bed is a mess,
You said no?
I'm nothing.
Are you
in the
not?
day without my bed.
So I literally sleep like this.
Oh, you like in a coffin?
So all I do
What? She's like
is get
vampire.
my sheet, And then when I wake up, I take it off like this, and then all I have to do is stretch it out.
You
like
sleep with
my
your gym
bed.
clothes on too, so you just go to the gym.
No, I wish.
Stop.
No. But
So you don't really have like a crazy bed that you. I mean, I have like 800
have a
pillows, and
I have,
Yeah, girl,
I have
whole
800
situation.
pillows, but I just sleep
whole
on top of
scene.
them.
I just
Oh
sleep
my
on top of them.
gosh. I don't make my bed. I vowed to never do that again after getting out of the military.
Oh, really?
I was so tired.
That
Those
ruined you.
stupid bed corner, like having to make the bed every morning.
Well, don't make it like that.
I just don't want to make it at all. It's almost like I'm just like what's the word?
being a rebel.
Boycott. I'm boycotting
Oh.
making beds. Is that
Yeah.
the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Words are hard.
Little
Burger
confession, real quick.
I don't like making.
I slept on top of my done bed for the longest time with like this cozy blanket that I love.
Dead.
So I didn't have to like do my bed.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
But I graduated to, okay, let's just pull that little part because I sleep like this.
my
anyway.
no way. You
How
sleep
do you
things
sleep
still.
like
Oh,
that?
I'm all over the place.
Well,
Man.
I
Stretched
don't
out.
want wrinkles in my face. So
I look like I'm
don't
low
sleep.
crawling
I
under.
just- I just sleep
I'm
like
doing a mud run in my sleep or something. I'm like low crawling underneath barricades or something. Like I wake up like, what the hell?
Wow.
The
That's
sheet comes off
impressive.
the bed sometimes.
She sleeps like a geisha.
Right?
like,
I sleep just like gay. No shot.
No shot.
No shot.
Just sashaying.
Just sachet. Girl.
Girl.
Listen, making the bed. That's PTSD.
But-
No, it's going to stay dirty.
I know we're
I also have a 20-foot blanket. Did I tell you that?
oh, wow.
It's stupid big. It's literally from Big Blanket Company. It's called Big Blanket Company. You'll spend a bunch of money if you go there. Sorry.
so don't do it.
But
Don't do it.
maybe it's 10 by 10. It's huge. Like it's a massive blanket.
So
It's
like,
the best thing I
do
ever
you
bought.
fold it?
No, you just wrap up like a burrito. So my
But
husband
when
and I
you
can
leave-
both wrap up like a burrito and nobody loses blanket. It's phenomenal. But it's huge. But no, when I leave, it just looks like a bundled, like a ball of
Like there
mess.
could be
Yeah.
a human in there, maybe. if
Yeah, you
touch
can't
it.
tell. But no, it's
know.
huge. And I
Maybe the
love
dog's hiding in there.
it. Oh my gosh. Well, he stopped jumping. He forgot how to jump or something. He got too big to jump. He can't get on the bed no more. So now he just like plops up and just sits his head down, like waiting for you to pick his back legs up so you
Oh
get
my
out of bed.
god.
Oh, because he's so light.
He-
Right.
Listen, my wrist is still jacked up from like weeks ago picking him up. I snapped, like something popped.
Oh.
And it just still hurts. I don't know what happened. Actually happened on the boat.
Maybe you should join me in the gym in the mornings.
Whoa, yeah. Y'all can not.
I'll be
make your
working
beds
out here all the
together.
time though.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this gym here.
Okay, so real quick before we tell everybody where they can find you, follow you
Yeah.
on Insta, all that good thing, just quick yes, no, maybe like a one sentence thing. Naps or no naps?
Yes.
I try to nap. I try.
So like on a daily thing, or is this like
No.
a schedule? Do you block? Do you
We
block it?
wish.
We wish.
wish we could.
We are pro nappers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We just don't have
Jealous.
time for it.
Well, I feel like you should listen to your body, right? And as women, we are very lunar, and we have weeks that are more tired than other weeks, and I feel like you should honor that and sleep when you are tired. And so, like, there are weeks where he's like, "Girl, you okay?" Like you're silent, and I'm like, I'm asleep
Yeah.
at 7, or like
Literally.
during the day, because like I listen.
But like
and-
you need to eat.
you need to eat, you need to sleep. But some people are like, oh, I don't have time for naps. Or some people are like, if I don't take my 20-minute nap every day, I can't make it through the whole day. So I'm
That's
just always
crazy.
curious.
I wish.
So mine, it's like I don't have time most of the time. But,
you also have
if
kids.
I feel like if my eyes feel like super, sometimes you right.
Yeah,
here,
it starts
just
burning,
feels
like, yep,
you're just
mhm.
like I can't even keep my eyes open. That means your brain's not even gonna function.
Right.
So
Yep.
if I don't have anything like scheduled, like I like to make
She
my
gonna take a
calls,
nap.
or whatever.
I heard that.
She's
But if
dropping
I
those
don't
kids
have
off and
anything
taking a nap.
scheduled, I'm
Good.
like.
Do you set a
I'm going to
timer,
take
or do you just wake up when you
No,
wake
I
up?
set a timer, girl, because if I don't, it's like
If
It'll be
we were
7
placing
p.m.
bets, yeah, I'm gonna be like,
it would be
shoot.
tomorrow. My kids will be at school like, Mom, what's going on?
You ever accidentally fall asleep and then wake up thinking it's like a whole different day, like you like
On a whole
royally
different
screwed
planet.
up? Oh my god, I did that one time. I literally accidentally fell asleep because I don't nap. I accidentally fell asleep. I woke up like, oh shh,
What
we
day
gotta
is
get ready for school. I'm like getting up. I'm like,
ready for school.
it's fucking 7 p.m. It's like
You're like, also,
what?
I'm an adult. Like, I'm not going to school.
What? So I'm like,
The bus.
what's happening? Yeah,
Yeah. But
Okay.
yes, definitely, if you have time to take a nap, take a nap. Okay?
Take a nap.
Take it.
take a nap.
Naps are so yummy.
I wish.
Okay, so we got through a lot today, but there's obviously you're going to learn more about these gals and their team that they have going on. If you follow them on Instagram, they are very busy on Instagram. We see a lot of your lives, both personal and business. Like, I know all the time, like, I see Stephanie cuddling with her kids, and I'm like, oh, where are my kids? I should go do that. You make me feel bad. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
But you get to learn a bit about them if you are an agent in Tampa and you're looking for a brokerage where you're like, I need some collaboration. I need some help. I need people who get my life. And you're like, this could be a good fit for me. Always reach out to them on Instagram. So I will let you guys say your handles. And then if you're looking for them later, they'll be in the show notes.
Yep.
Inspector Gadget? Yeah, okay.
Everything will be there.
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at the broker Steph. And I just want to mention that
and that's a PH.
yes.
Okay, just making sure. At Broker Steph,
Broker
PH.
Steph, yes, PH. If you are an agent, you just got licensed and you're looking for a table to sit at because you're lost, you need direction, we're here. We're all about collaborating, helping you, and
I love that.
some way, somehow, we're an all-female brokerage at the moment. We never planned it that way. We just attract
Girl, I'll
people
get my
that-
license. I'll be there.
They just attract.
Yeah, people
They just attract. Yeah.
people find us and like we just click, like, we're on the same path as most of our agents. Most of them are moms with little kids, and we can all talk about it and get through a lot of the things together.
I want to make a shirt for them that's Mean Girls with, what's her name, Regina? And I wanted to say, you can sit with us.
You can sit with us.
I love that. Yes, please do.
You can sit with us.
And then
QR code.
Homesphere group. Yes. QR code. Sit with us right here. Oh, that is cute. Actually,
I'm gonna update my profile on Instagram and I'm gonna put
You can sit with us.
oh, what if we name the
And on Wednesdays, we do still wear pink.
And on Wednesdays we have brokerage meetings.
Yes.
We're definitely the pink team. I love pink.
Love it.
I would like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Neither one of you
But
are wearing
everyone's
pink. What is
welcome.
this? What's going on?
I know, it's crazy. Like today, we did not even.
Same.
I know. What happened?
I mean, I brought
Look
the
at you.
rest.
Thank
I brought
you.
the rest.
I fit your appliances.
Yeah.
What is your Instagram handle?
But yes, it's at Anita Q Linda. That's where you will find me. And I want to end.
Oh, is
with
Anna short for? What did you say?
Anita? Anita.
Like Anita Realtor.
Anita. It's
Yes.
her Spanish.
So in Spanish, it's Anita Que Linda.
Oh my gosh.
Ay, Dios
Well,
mío.
Anita's so pretty, right? Or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I
Mine
just
wasn't.
did the Q instead of QUE.
That's adorable.
That is cute.
But yes, going back to our team, we are here.
And you can sit with us. We are here and you can sit with us.
Absolutely.
If we go back in time just real quick to the Bible, Jesus didn't do it alone.
Oh, good point.
He had all his disciples.
Good
So,
point.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I like that. That was a nice little thing. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today on Re-Brew. We are not in a brewery today, but we are booking. And is this thing on? Hello, breweries. Where are you guys? So we've been requested back at a couple of the ones that we've already done. And then I believe we've got 2 or 3 new ones coming up. Next couple of episodes, we have another Spanish-speaking team with EXP coming to talk about condo hotels and the investments available in Central Florida and in Miami. And then we have a lender coming on to talk about how to get creative in your offers.
Yeah.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of appraisals come back at or over the asking price, meaning you may not need to do price drops. You may need to do seller concessions, buy the rate down, buy the closing costs down. But we're going to talk about that in our next coming episodes. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was
Yeah,
having
thank you
us.
for having us. Loved it. This was a great time.
Anytime.
all right. Brew good, do good.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the last call for this round of Re-Brew with Melvin and KJ and Milestone 2. From Tampa's breweries to deals done right. We'll catch you next time.